And we want to welcome you to Concord, North Carolina, as the national anthem was just played here at Northwest Cabarrus High School. The color guard is heading off of the court. We're going to get the starting lineups introduced. It is the Northwest Cabarrus Lady Trojans and the Franklin Lady Panthers doing battle in the Sweet 16 of the 5A state playoffs. Franklin made it here after going on the road Thursday night and defeating Hickory 45-40 in an upset win over the 6th-seeded Hickory Red Tornadoes. The Panthers come into tonight's contest at 17-12 overall, the 11 seed in the West. Northwest Cabarrus is 24-4. They are the number 3 seed in the West. They beat Smoky Mountain last week in convincing fashion, 63-32. That was on Thursday night. Coming out of the South Piedmont Conference, they finished first in the South Piedmont Conference to the Northwest Cabarrus Lady Trojans. They finished 14-1 in the regular season. This one should be a good one. This is the first time that the Panthers have advanced to the Sweet 16 since the 2019-2020 season, right before COVID hit. We're talking a couple of weeks before the world shut down. Franklin lost to East Burke in 2020 in the third round of the state playoffs. We'll see what this one holds for the Lady Panthers and interim head coach Justin Moffitt. Already an impressive season. After the resignation of longtime head coach Scott Harbarger on January 6th, the Panthers have responded and have played well. Northwest Cabarrus does have some size. We'll see it on the jump center here, as it's going to be Ava Jolie Cherry that will jump center. She's 6'1", a freshman, against Finley Moffitt. We're going to get this one underway tonight. Glad you're with us on this audio-only broadcast. The NFHS Network has the exclusive rights to the state playoffs, as the North Carolina High School Athletic Association gets a cut of that subscription fee. We are underway. It is the Northwest Cabarrus Trojans dressed in home whites tonight with red numerals, make that orange numerals. And they'll have the opening possession is underneath. The shot wouldn't go for Ached, and Franklin grabs the rebound. They're dressed in their road blacks tonight as the feed goes underneath to Malia Mason, and it's knocked out of her hands. It'll stay with the Lady Panthers with red numerals and red trim. Mackenzie Ached, a senior, will hear her name called a lot for the Lady Trojans as the opening points are scored. Bristol Brooks gets the scoring going for the Panthers, now up 2-0 early on. Bringing it down court, it's Skylar Burton. She'll kick it over in the corner. Left side, Abanez. Abanez swings it back around the horn. It goes Burton now. She holds it high, got a feed underneath, knocked away. And now a tie-up, and possession arrow is to the Panthers. So Cherry, looked like Bristol Brooks tied up at about the elbow on the Northwest Cabarrus side of the court. Bristol Brooks in the backcourt as the Lady Trojans pick up some press. Caught near the scorer's table, a double team. Riley Green will turn it over as she stepped on the end line. What's back over to the Northwest Cabarrus Lady Trojans out of the South Piedmont Conference. If you just joined us, 24-4 overall. Gonder kicks it into the corner. Now underneath it goes to Cherry. She's going to get position. And Ava Jolie Cherry, the freshman, will get the bucket underneath to tie this game at 2 apiece. Panthers again trying to break that press they do into the front court. Nice dish underneath. Malia Mason can't get it to go. Left side. And on the rebound, it's kicked around out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Lady Trojans of Northwest Cabarrus. Mackenzie Gonder going to bring it up court for head coach Jermaine Spruill. And the Lady Trojans, as we are under 6 minutes, 27 seconds left in the opening quarter. Ached lost it, and it's going to head out of bounds. Last touch by Riley Green. That'll stay with the Lady Trojans on their end of the court. in front of the Panther bench. They'll trigger with Mackenzie Otchett. She gets it in up top. It's Gonder. They'll kick it around. Now it's Otchett in the corner for a three left side. No, rebound is secured, and an immediate foul is heading back up trying to get the bucket. Cherry, and she's going to be fouled. And a couple of shots coming up. First foul for either team is whistled on the Panthers. I believe they gave that one to Malia Mason. First opportunity at the free throw line. Bounces around and off. Score remains 2 apiece with 6:13 left in the first quarter. One more at the stripe for Ava Jolie Cherry. The freshman will hit the second, and it'll give Northwest Cabarrus a 1-point edge. Brooks has it in the backcourt, swings it now far side. Green, back it goes. Brooks, she's going to be caught. Got to get across that timeline. They just barely do. Into the front court. Riley Green heaves a pass, trying to hit Finley Moffitt. Going to be intercepted. Down court, here comes Burton. She gives it up. Shot wouldn't go. Otchett. Rebound. And we've got a foul. Offensive board for Northwest Cabarrus. It was Mackenzie Otchett that grabbed the board. She got fouled as she attempted to go back up. And she'll be back at the line for a couple of shots. Second foul whistled on Franklin with 5:52 left here, first quarter. And the first opportunity for Otchett is up and good. And now Northwest Cabarrus up 2 at 4-2. And the second shot is up and good. Panthers again trying to break that press. Brooks has her pass slapped away. Now down court. Finley Moffitt. Running shot, left side, wouldn't go. Here comes Northwest Cabarrus. Having issues. What's the call is heading out of bounds. Cherry tried to save it, but it is out of bounds off of her. It's going back over to the Panthers. Panthers in the backcourt trying to break that press. Brooks over to Malloy. Malloy's pass knocked away. Otchett knocked it away. She gives it up. First opportunity underneath for Burton wouldn't go. Offensive rebound, stick back by Gonder wouldn't go, but she was fouled and she'll be at the line for a couple of shots. That's the third whistled on Franklin. They're not putting the player numbers up on the scoreboard here. I'll have to kind of guess to see who they're giving these fouls to. No fouls whistled just yet on Northwest Cabarrus as the first opportunity for Mackenzie Gonder, the freshman, off the mark, no good. They've got a number of freshmen that are getting some playing time in the starting lineup for Coach Jermaine Spurrill. And the second one opportunity is up and good for Mackenzie Gonder. So Northwest Cabarrus now up 6-2 as the Panthers break the press into the front court. Riley Green. Over it goes Bristol Brooks. Up with a shot just inside the arc. Good from the baseline. Lady Trojans now have it in the corner. A three off the mark for Otchett. And the Panthers grab the board. They're going to race down court. No press that time as Northwest Cabarrus gets back defensively. Driving in, Riley Green running shot. Right side, no. Board underneath, Finley Moffitt. She got fouled as she went up and attempted. Shot was no good, but a couple at the free throw line for Finley Moffitt. She could possibly tie this game up with 4:44 left, first quarter. And the first one well off the mark. Subs for both teams coming into the game. For the Panthers, Aubrey Newsom is checked in. Also, Bailey Wooten into the game. Second opportunity for Finley Moffitt off the mark. And the board secured by Mackenzie Otchett. And the Northwest Trojans come down the court. Up top with it is Burton. Looks to dribble in. Driving. Wild shot off the mark. No good. Panthers grab the rebound. Finley Moffitt secures it now down court quickly. It's Riley Green. She gives it up Bristol Brooks. Free throw line. She pulls up. Bristol Brooks. with the J to tie it at 6 apiece. Approaching 4 minutes left here in the opening quarter. Third round of the state playoffs, Sweet 16 for the Panthers. Underneath, shot wouldn't go. Here come the Panthers. Bristol Brooks into the front court scores table, and she gets bumped by Skylar Burton. The freshman will pick up the foul. That'll be the second whistled on Northwest Cabarrus. Panthers have it stolen away on the inbounds pass to the hole. Off the glass, it's Ava Ibanez. Panthers quickly going to race down court. Bristol Brooks has her shot blocked in the paint. Now, quickly, transition. Otchit couldn't get it to go for the Northwest Cabarrus Trojans. She was fouled, though, as she went underneath. She'll be at the line, will Mackenzie Otchit, for 2 shots. Both teams like to run here. It's a quick game so far. Up and down the floors. The first one is up and good. One more at the stripe for Mackenzie Otchit. And the second one up and good. 10-6, 4-point edge for Northwest Cabarrus. Sparsely populated gymnasium here at Northwest Cabarrus High School. Riley Green tries to bank it. Wouldn't go. There to follow with the board. The stick back no for Finley Moffitt. And then it heads out of bounds to the Northwest Cabarrus Trojans. .330 to go here in the first. George Young, glad you're with us. Audio-only broadcast. NFHS Network has the exclusive rights, as you always follow the money trail for the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. That's why you have 6 rounds of the playoffs. It's a money grab. So we got to tie up possession arrow to Northwest Cabarrus. That first round buy, so all those tickets that are purchased goes into the coffers in Raleigh. Inbounds pass going to be stolen away. Here come the Panthers. Bristol Brooks pulls up beyond the arc. Can't get the 3 to go. Northwest Cabarrus now going to race down court. Burton, she can't get it to go underneath. A point-blank layup. Down court, Panthers press. Riley Green pulls up. Free throw line. No. Fight for the rebound. Bodies on the deck. Who's got it? Is it a foul or a jump ball? Looks like it's going to be a jump ball. And it's going to be the Panthers' possession underneath their own basket. So Bristol Brooks looks to trigger, gets it in. Finley Moffitt up high. She'll kick it back over right side. It's Bristol Brooks. She'll attempt from downtown, can't hit. And out of bounds off of Aubrey Newsom. It'll go back to the Cabarrus Trojans. 2:44 to go here, first quarter. Lady Trojans up 4. We'll look at the brackets, too. It's been a very up and down, high, fast-paced first quarter. We'll look at the brackets as we get a timeout here at some point. Ibanez will lose it out of bounds. They'll say last touch by a Panther, so it'll stay with Cabarrus. Looks like it's going to be Mackenzie Gonder that will trigger now underneath her own basket. 2:34 left. She looks to get it in. Does up high. It's Otchit. Otchit thought about pulling up. Now going to kick it into the corner. A 3. Up and good from the left side by Ibanez. The first 3 hit by either team tonight. Panthers into the front court. Finley Moffitt gives it up. Bristol Brooks. She can't get it to go. She's been hitting those shots throughout the season. Knocked away from behind. They're going to whistle a foul on Franklin. Is that going to go against Bristol Brooks? I believe so. That'll be the 5th on the Panthers, so a couple of shots upcoming. 2:10 left, first quarter. It'll be Mackenzie Gonder that'll be at the line for 2. And the first one up and good. Carries Gales has checked in for Northwest Cabarrus and Coach Jermaine Spurrill. Definitely have the size, as Gales is 6'1". Second opportunity, no. Panthers briefly grabbed the rebound, had it swatted away out beyond the arc. A three by Northwest Cabarrus. Wouldn't go. Saved out of bounds into the hands of the Lady Trojans, and hitting the deck is Carrie Gales, who's just checked in. They're going to whistle a foul on the Panthers. But back to the line will go the Lady Trojans. It'll be Carrie Gales this time that'll attempt a couple. And the first one up and good. Waiting on the second shot. It's up and good, too. Nothing but net on both of those opportunities. Panthers trying to break that press. Wooten has it now into the front court. Bristol Brooks. High pass. Over now. Riley Green tries to drive in, kicks it out. Green grabs it back, fires a pass underneath. That is kicked. That'll stop the clock with 1:47 left. Panthers reset underneath their own basket. Up high it goes Riley Green. Into the corner now. Bristol Brooks left side three. Can't get it to go. Rebound secured by the Panthers. Underneath, a fight for it now. Bailey Wooten fighting with Carries Gales. And what do we have? Do we have a foul? Well, we do. Foul going against Northwest Cabarrus. No shots, just a third whistled on Northwest Cabarrus. It's Bristol Brooks that'll trigger underneath her own basket. Panthers in their road blacks tonight. Bristol gets it up high. Riley Green back into the corner goes Brooks. Now she's going to try to drive in on that baseline. Lost control. It's into the hands of Carrie Gales. Over to Mackenzie Otchid. And Otchid slows down her dribble and gives it up to Gonder. Gonder up top. Now going to try to drive in. Backs it back out. Swings it over. Ibanez looks to dish. Going to feed one underneath over the head of Carrie Gales. And you have to airmail it because she's 6'1", is Gales. Northwest Cabarrus up 10. Panthers on a drought. Have not scored in a while. 16-6. 10-point edge. It's Riley Green. Pressure defense. Going to be a turnover. Into the hands of Gonder. She can't get the layup underneath. Here come the Panthers. Into the corner. Wooten has it knocked away. Northwest Cabarrus ratcheting up the defensive pressure. Caused a couple of turnovers. And that one's through the hands. A turnover for Northwest Cabarrus. Here comes Riley Green. She's going to pull up. Back of the iron. Wouldn't go. Long rebound. It's picked up by Lady Trojans and Gonder. Mackenzie Gonder calls out the offense for Coach Jermaine Spurrill. At the center jump circle, she'll swing it over left side. Now underneath. Pass knocked away. Otchid had it briefly, knocked out of her hands. Here come the Panthers. Bristol Brooks drives, splits a double team. And she can't get it to go. That was a nice shot. It is just not falling on this end of the court for the Panthers. 9.3 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Northwest Cabarrus with it. 5 seconds left. We'll see what they can do. Feeding underneath Otchid. Otchid lifts a shot. It wouldn't go at the buzzer. And that's going to do it for the opening quarter. 10-point advantage for Northwest Cabarrus. We'll return to Concord right after this.
FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
Welcome back as we are underway into the second quarter. Panthers almost calls a turnover. It's Northwest Cabarrus. They are gonna cause a turnover as it's Northwest Cabarrus that'll have the opening possession, and a tie-up is going to be called. Panthers first offensive opportunity here in the second quarter. Now the tie-up, and this time the possession arrow is with Northwest Cabarrus. Just joined us, Panthers got out to an early lead and then went cold from the floor the final 4 minutes of that first quarter. It's been stuck at 6 for a while. Northwest Cabarrus with it. It's Ibanez that will swing it over left side. It's knocked away as they were trying to find Mackenzie Otchid. The Otchid will trigger in front of the Panther bench, and it goes to Gonder. Gonder feeds Otchid. Otchid gets double teamed in the corner. Back up top it goes to Gonder. Driving in, a scoop shot. Wouldn't go. Offensive rebound, Ava Jolie Cherry, and she'll get the bucket underneath. Cherry has the size underneath. We mentioned it. A couple of girls at 6'1". Bristol Brooks open three. That one's off the mark. Fight for it. Body's hitting the deck. Is it going to be a jump ball or over the back? Finley Moffitt went down. They're going to whistle a jump ball. So it's the Panthers that'll have possession. The alternating possession. Riley Green looks to get it in underneath her own basket. And it goes. Newsom. Bounce pass now up top. Bristol Brooks back to Newsom. High pass going to be stolen away. Into the hands of Mackenzie Gonder. Here come the Lady Trojans. That one wouldn't go high off the glass. Gonder. Point blank layup. A couple of these have been missed tonight. Panthers, though, have been ratcheting up the defensive pressure on some of those point-blank layups. Wooten underneath can't get it to go. Finley Moffitt grabbed the rebound, and then initially I thought she got that shot up and it went in, but they're going to whistle a jump ball really quickly. With a jump ball alternating possession, we've had, 4 in the past minute and a half to begin this second quarter. 18-6. Northwest Cabarrus with it. It's Otchid going to drive in. Lose control. Here come the Panthers. Pulling it up at about the free throw line. In and out. No good for Bristol Brooks. It is just not going on this side of the court for the Panthers. And the frustration builds. There's some good shots that are going up. That one just rimmed out. A three by Banaz wouldn't fall. And it's Cherry grabbing the rebound, and then she lost it. Going to be saved into the hands of the Panthers. Bristol Brooks swings it over to Autry. And then we initially have a whistle. I thought it was a timeout. Is that what it's going to be? Yes, a timeout call. Is it a full or 30-second timeout? Going to be a full timeout. The first stoppage in action we have had here in this ball game. Gives me an opportunity to tell you about the bracket here, so we get it up on screen. Here are the brackets on the 5A girls west side. Here you see Hickory Franklin beating Hickory on Thursday night, and Northwest Cabarrus beating Smoky Mountain at the top right of your screen. Winner of this one will meet the winner of West Rowan and North Lincoln. Now, if you haven't followed the 5A girls west bracket, you may not know anything about North Lincoln. North Lincoln has a 23 seed, but they were projected to be the overall number 1 seed, and they had to forfeit a bunch of games. I think about 16 or 17 games, and so it took them down to a 23 seed. So we'll get back to live action here. We'll talk more about that. So they play tonight against West Rowan, and whoever wins this one, if North Lincoln wins, then they'll host the 4th round. Underneath, Finley Moffitt can't get it to go. Down court, Northwest Cabarrus going to throw it away into the hands of Finley Moffitt, and she's going to be fouled at about the top of the key as she was driving in on 2 defenders. That'll be the first whistled on either team here in the second quarter. So if Franklin is able to come back from this 12-point deficit and win on the road tonight, they would play at home on Monday night. But yeah, they are packing in all the games. Finley Moffitt gets mauled underneath as the inbounds pass went low block. Another foul on Northwest Cabarrus. They're not putting the player numbers up on the scoreboard here. There's a couple of Lady Trojans around Finley Moffitt. They're going to say she was in the act of shooting. We got 2 shots upcoming for Finley Moffitt, and she can't hit. Back of the iron. Panthers have not scored in nearly 10 minutes of action. Second opportunity up and good. Only get the 6 off the board. Now it's 18-7, 11-point advantage, and we've got a whistle in the backcourt as the Panthers were trapping Skylar Burton. Northwest Cabarrus got a call timeout. That one going to be a full timeout? And it looks like it will be. The full timeout. We'll take one.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
Welcome back. .5:28 to go in the second quarter. Northwest Cabarrus called timeout as Coach Jermaine Spurrill saw that his point guard, Skylar Burton, was in some trouble in the backcourt. Called timeout. It's Northwest Cabarrus basketball. Again, the Panthers ratcheting up the pressure in the backcourt. Burton with some issues again. Gives it up to Bonaz, and now we've got a whistle and a foul coming up on the Lady Panthers. That'll be the first one so far in this second quarter. Whistled against Coach Justin Moffitt's Lady Panthers. 5:19 to go, second quarter. Yeah, it is a low-scoring affair here. Panthers and Trojans really causing a lot of havoc defensively and not allowing a lot of shots to go up. Another turnover as the pass was fed underneath to Cherry, and she couldn't secure it. Ava Jolie Cherry, the freshman at 6'1", lost it out of bounds. And the Panthers now, again in the backcourt, have to get it across that timeline with tremendous pressure. And it's going to be a turnover. Gonder kicks it over. It's a 3. Good! From the right side by Skylar Burton. Second 3 made by Northwest Cabarrus. Panthers have got to get something going offensively. Into the front court. Underneath, Finley Moffitt off the glass. And a turnover. Layla Malloy off the glass. Panthers again causing issues in the backcourt. Northwest Cabarrus, they're going to break it. And a clear path to the bucket. Mackenzie Otchett will get the points, 23-11. Bristol Brooks, step back 3. It's off the mark, and it's heading the other way over to the Northwest Cabarrus Lady Trojans. 23-11, 4:11 to go here in the second quarter. Some subs coming in. Looks like Ava Jolie Cherry will take a seat. As again, Panthers are going to cause a turnover in the backcourt. Layla Malloy off the glass. Ibanez gives it up. It's Achet. Achet fires a pass, knocked away. Gale's going to secure it, though. The Trojans able to get the bucket. Skylar Burton underneath. 25-11. Panthers on transition. Off the glass goes Finley Moffitt. All of a sudden, both teams warming up from the floor. Hard to keep up. Down court quickly. Gales can't get it to go. And on the rebound, it's out of bounds. It'll go back to the Lady Panthers. 25-15, 10-point edge now. Northwest Cabarrus. They'll pick up, again, pressure in the backcourt for the Lady Trojans. Panthers with it. Autry will swing it over. Green into the front court. Newsom back over Green. Green now going to attack. Give it up. Newsom in the corner deep. High pass. Low block. Finley Moffitt lost it. And it's secured by the Lady Trojans. Achet picked it up off to Gonder. Gonder going to feed Burton. Burton going to attempt from downtown. And that one was partially blocked, I believe, into the hands of Riley Green. Here come the Panthers with 3:03 left. Over to Newsom. Newsom high up top. Autry's open. Top of the key three. Got it! And we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor by Northwest Cabarrus. Jermaine Spurrill wants to talk it over with 2:52 to go in the second quarter. 25-18. Panthers warming up from the floor. We'll look at the bracket again, as you may not have been able to see all of the teams on there, but we're talking about North Lincoln. You see, they have a 23 seed. They're playing West Rowan tonight. Whoever wins this one, if it's Northwest Cabarrus or Franklin, they'll host the fourth round. That's going to be a Monday affair. Yeah, they're getting 4 games in 6 days after dragging out the regular season. The North Carolina High School Athletic Association. A Sweet 16. First time the Panthers have been this far since the 2019-2020 season. They lost to East Burke. So Northwest Cabarrus will have it out of the timeout. Panthers pick up in the backcourt once again with some pressure. Northwest Cabarrus, they're going to break it. Burton got it slapped away from her as she was underneath, secured it, and then was going to lift the pass over to Gale's left side, but it was knocked out of her hands. And it goes to Achet. Achet gets double teamed, fighting underneath. She's going to be fouled as she attempted to go up. Panther bench didn't like that call, and Justin Moffitt didn't either, interim head coach. Some of the fans here didn't like it. A very sparsely populated gymnasium here. At the line for a couple of shots, Mackenzie Achet, and she gets the first to go. 26-18, 2:44 to go in the second. One more upcoming at the charity stripe for Achet. And the second one up and good. 27-18, 9-point lead for Northwest Cabarrus. And now we've got a foul in the backcourt as getting it up court. Riley Green going to be bumped by Skylar Burton. Fans didn't like it. The home crowd didn't. Here, Northwest Cabarrus. No shots, just the second. Make that the third on Northwest Cabarrus. Malloy into the front court. Malloy deep in the corner. Going to stop and pop. Can't hit. Rebound. Ava Jolie Cherry. She'll give it up to Kinsley Little, who is checked in. Little finds Achet. Driving in. Achet going to be fouled. She'll be back at the line for a couple of shots. That'll be the third on Franklin. 2:16 to go in the second. Achet, your leading scorer, Mackenzie Achet, for Northwest Cabarrus, averaging a little over 19 points a game. First one will rim out. I'll do that again. The announcer jinx, right? Bailey Wooten checks in for Coach Justin Moffitt and the Panthers. One more at the stripe for Mackenzie Otchett. And the second one's off the mark. Rebound Panthers. Here comes Bristol Brooks calling out the offense center jump circle, the in here at the center point of the gymnasium. Autry driving. She's going to lift a running shot that wouldn't go. Under 2 minutes left. Here come the Lady Trojans. Gonder off balance. Got her own rebound. Second shot wouldn't go. Out of bounds. Back over to the Lady Panthers. Minute 46 left. If the Panthers can hit a couple of threes here, maybe get a quick couple of turnovers and some buckets to go, could cut into this lead. It had ballooned to double digits, now just 9. Riley Green gets double teamed. Tries to split it. Lost control. Body's hitting the deck. Jump ball, possession arrow is to the Panthers. So Riley Green will trigger. Side court, minute 35 to go in the second. And it goes up high, Bristol Brooks. Brooks on the dribble, driving. Got bumped. No call. She's going to find herself open. Attempt a three, wouldn't go. Bailey Wooten grabbed the rebound. She got fouled. That'll be the fourth on Northwest Cabarrus. Was she in the act of shooting is the question. Looks like she was. Nope. She was at the free throw line trying to bait the official into giving her some shots, but they're not going to give it to her. Panthers will trigger underneath their own basket. And it goes Wooten underneath. Off the glass, good. Bailey Wooten, left low block. Gonder loses it after a collision with Autry. It'll stay with Northwest Cabarrus. Now Panthers back off the pressure as we approach a minute 15 left here in the first. Pass underneath, going to be stolen away. Here come the Lady Panthers. Bristol Brooks can't get it to go. Wooten grabbed the rebound. Her shot partially blocked. Panthers regain possession. Layla Malloy, open three. That one wouldn't go. On the rebound, Ava Jolie Cherry gets hacked. That'll be the fourth on the Panthers with 52.6 seconds left. I believe it was on Bailey Wooten. Again, they're not putting the official fouls up on the scoreboard. It's kind of hard to see. Flashing those numbers really quick. 52 seconds left. Again, pressure in the backcourt. And another turnover. Now bodies hitting the deck as it is a held ball again. And this time it is Northwest Cabarrus with the possession. 45.6 to go, second quarter. 7-point advantage for Northwest Cabarrus. Gonder feeds up court. Shot wouldn't go. Offensive rebound, Cherry. Second opportunity up and good, and the foul. Ava Jolie Cherry with the and one opportunity. That'll be the fifth on Franklin, so the rest of the way. Northwest Cabarrus will be shooting fouls, shots. My official had a long conversation with Bailey Wooten because after the foul, she kind of grabbed the ball and spiked it. I was waiting for possibly a technical, but they did not whistle that. The free throw opportunity, no good. Offensive rebound, though. And Northwest Cabarrus going to reset, then they'll turn it over as into the backcourt goes Kinsley Little with the dribble. With 27.3 left, Panthers have an opportunity to cut into the lead before heading into the locker room with a halftime break. Into Autry. Bailey, check that. Autry going to pull up. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Ochid with 16.5 left. Here come the Lady Trojans. It's Gonder swinging it over. Ochid now top of the key. Little, a three, wouldn't go. 6 seconds left. Here come the Panthers. At the buzzer. Well, that'll do it. We're at the break. In Concord tonight, 29-point lead for the Lady Trojans of Northwest Cabarrus. All right, we're going to head into our halftime break, and we've got a treat for you. We just recorded a brand new construction update. Me and Tracy Talents for the month of February. And we'll see what's happening. A lot going on. This is a good one. So hang with us here at the break in the third round of the 5A state playoff.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
Well, welcome to the February 2026 construction update of the new Franklin High School. I'm George Young along with Tracy Talent from Macon County Schools, and we're sitting at the 50-yard line. This is awesome. They've got all of the stands in. That's where we're sitting. The press box is, of course, right behind us. And, you know, I've mentioned this a lot, Tracy, and folks that have watched these videos and talked to me about the construction, the new stadium specifically, about how much room that this new stadium is going to have compared to the old Panther pit. And these stands are a big example of that. You got plenty of leg room right here.
Plenty of leg room, and for the lot of people that bring the stand chairs, stadium chairs, I think there'll be plenty enough room for those and still be able to walk in between fans.
And also there's plenty of room for wheelchairs, for accessibility. There's a ramp over here that they had just installed a couple of weeks ago. There's some more handicap seating at the top of the stadium. Plenty of room to move around too.
Yeah, there's a ramp on both sides of the stands at the bottom. And of course the cutout places, you know, for the handicap, the ADA acceptable places in the stands. And then also, like you said, up on the plaza area on either side of the press box up top, there's places for the handicap as well.
And a lot of earth is still being moved. You hear the earth moving material machinery behind us, the beeping going on. All of the drainage for the new turf that's going to be going in the next couple of months is being put in currently, correct?
Yes, that's the drainage has been put in. They're doing the subgrade now. AstroTurf will mobilize March 10th and we'll be on site to start that process. Of course, you probably won't see the turf until on up in May or first part of June. Of course, they'll be prepping, and it's like a lasagna that goes together. There's layers of gravel and different sands and things that go there before they put the carpet down on top of it. But lots of things that has to take place before they turn it over to us, but they're assured that they'll hand it over to us in August to play football here.
Well, that's the plan, right? The other question that I've gotten is the track. Obviously, there's going to be a track around the field. When does that go in?
That will go in with AstroTurf will be putting that in as well. So that'll go in with the turf. And it'll be a 6-lane legal track, you know, for meets and for state championships and things like that. You know, we had to meet all those regulations to have those kind of meets here. So all that's here. We'll have a barrier between the track and the field, you know, like we've always had. But it's coming together. It's really good.
It is coming together. We're going to go behind the football field here. We're going to take a look at some of the buildings that are taking shape behind us too.
Yeah. And the track, let me mention one thing about that. We have chose a red substance for the track to go around, and I'm anxious to see that go in.
It's going to match the red that is above the press box too that went in since the last time.
That red, I do.
Yeah, since the last time we talked to you. All right, we're going to take a tour. Stay with us. Well, Tracy, we're inside the field house that has been up for months now. You may have seen it riding by. They're putting fixtures in. We're inside one of the locker rooms. They'll have varsity and JV locker rooms in here.
Varsity and JV on either side. And then, like you said, they're hanging the fixtures in with the, I think there's going to be a mural in the center of that, the Panther or something maybe. And they're putting the finishing touches on, painting in here, and they got the slabs poured ready for the lockers.
Well, this is the Mecca Center of activity. We've got a lot of folks behind us working. We're actually in the Bartram Academy area of the new school. Behind us is the main walkway, and there's a lot of action happening here, Tracy.
A lot of action going on. We have upwards of 150 masons on site laying up our CMU walls, and man, are they really going up. And as you said, we are in the main entrance of the school. Here's over to my left, and this is the main administrative area here, and then Bartram, and then your EC classrooms will be beyond that wall there. And then the main corridor headed down the main part of the building down to the cafeteria.
And then on the other side is the gymnasium area that we were just looking at, actually the basement area where the locker rooms are on the other side. There's a lot of stuff happening. On the other side of the camera, on the other side of where we're standing, is the 3-story classroom area, and the slab has been laid, and it's going up quick.
It's going up quick. They've got, of course, all their plumbing in the ground. The slabs they poured on Monday and Friday and Monday, I think, of this past week, and then they're going up with the walls on that. And that, of course, that bottom floor will be the CTE part of the building, which is your welding, automotive, carpentry, agriculture, and then on up from that will be the educational part.
There's a lot going on, and I've just been shocked at how much has happened in a month. Look forward to another month, and we'll do it again in March.
We'll see what's going on in another month. I'm sure we'll see a lot more taking place.
Thanks, Tracy.
Thank you.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
My name is April Perez. I'm a senior at FHS and the January 2026 Athlete of the Month. At the conference tournament, I wrestled a total of 2 matches. And when I won for the 120 weight class, I'd say it was pretty exciting, and I was really proud of myself as well because it was one of my biggest achievements. My favorite accomplishment would probably be making it to regionals. And even though I didn't make it to state and everything, that was still one of my biggest accomplishments because I never thought I'd actually make it to regionals. My favorite part about wrestling, I'd say, would be my teammates. They always encourage me and they cheer me on even when I'm off the mat. They're just my favorite out of everybody. I always thought about doing wrestling since my sophomore year, but I never really had the courage to do it. And then junior year, I remember Milena asking me to go to one of the practices because I was there for one of the meets. And she didn't see me there for one of the workouts, but she kind of got me into it, I'd say.
The Athlete of the Month has been presented by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first, member FDIC. And by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. They take pride in providing world-class care right here at home.
Welcome back as we're inching closer and closer to beginning the third quarter. The winner of this one will take on the winner of North Lincoln and West Rowan. If West Rowan wins, and doesn't really matter at that point, they'll be hosting. If North Lincoln wins, then it'll be one of these two teams that'll be hosting on Monday night. Panthers have the opening possession and then turn it over into the hands of Burton. Here come the Lady Trojans. Off to Oshett. Oshett going to feed underneath. It's Cherry. She lost it. Going to be saved out of bounds by Moffitt. Over to Brooks. Brooks going to push into the front court. It's Riley Green over to Autry. Back over Green. Now right side. Green wants to drive in. Gets it knocked out of her hands. They'll say last touch by Riley Green. I don't know how that happened. Oshett looked like she just knocked it straight out of Riley Green's hands. And Green's kind of agreed, but it's a turnover for the Panthers. So back-to-back turnovers to begin this third quarter for the Lady Panthers. Into the corner it goes. Over to Oshett. Oshett cross-court pass. Ibanez. Three wouldn't go. Rebound Gonder, and she goes up and gets the bucket off the glass. And Northwest Bears back up by double digits now at 11, 31-20. Riley Green thought about a three, gives it up. Brooks. Brooks back over Green. It's open that time. A three that will not go. Riley Green had a great look. Northwest Cabarrus with it. Gonder dribbles, gives it up. Now feeding underneath. Cherry off the glass. Ava Jolie Cherry with the bucket, and it's 33-20. Northwest Cabarrus come out of the gates hot in the third quarter. Panthers, if you just joined us, could not buy a bucket late in the first quarter. Beginning of the second quarter, we've got a whistle and a foul going against Northwest Cabarrus. That'll be the first in the third quarter on either team. No shots, wasn't in the act of shooting. And again, they're not putting the fouls up on the scoreboard here. I don't know who that was on. Riley Green with it for the Panthers. Over to Layla Malloy, and she's got to fire a pass that is kicked off the foot of Oshett. And Panthers reset side court as Riley Green gets it into Bristol Brooks. Over to Riley Green. She's going to attempt from downtown. Can't hit. Long rebound into the hands of Burton. She's going to race up court. Give it over to Gonder. Gonder going to attempt a three. Can't hit. Here come the Panthers. They're going to race down court. It's Bristol Brooks. It has it knocked away. It'll stay with the Lady Panthers as Mackenzie Gonder knocked it away from Bristol Brooks. Panthers again reset side court with 5:46 to go third quarter. 13-point advantage for Northwest Cabarrus. Sparsely populated gymnasium. You could fire a rocket into a couple of sections and wouldn't hit anybody in this facility tonight. Autry drives in, lifts a shot that wouldn't go, fight for the board, and coming out of there, it's Bristol Brooks. Panthers reset, Autry up high, over goes Riley Green. She's going to drive in, back it back out, switch it over Bristol. Bristol had it briefly, gives it up, Riley Green driving, Green running shot, wouldn't fall, fight for it. Riley Green picks up her errant shot. Bristol had it briefly, then it was knocked away from her. Here come the Lady Trojans. They're going to fire a pass up court that's knocked away, and they'll say last touch by Lady Panther. Northwest Cabarrus has possession underneath their own basket with 5:10 to go third quarter. Dressed in their home whites are the Lady Trojans tonight, and it goes to Oshett. Oshett dribbling, free throw line, kicks it over into the corner. It's Burton. Burton going to dribble out with it. Find Ibanez. Ibanez, now Oshett directing traffic outside the arc. Trying to get a ball screen, kicks it over in the corner. It's Ava Ibanez. A three wouldn't go left side. Rebound Franklin. Here comes Bristol Brooks. She's going to race into the front court, get double teamed, picks up her dribble, has to dish. She does. Finds Green. Green going to find an open Finley Moffitt off the glass. First points for the Panthers in the third quarter. Comes with A little under 5 minutes left. We're down to 4 minutes, 31 seconds. And if you have a chance to win in the Sweet 16, you cannot go through points in the ball game where you have tremendous droughts. And the Panthers have gone a couple of quarters now with almost 4 minutes without scoring a bucket. Now we've got a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against the Panthers. It was away from the basket, so no shots here. Northwest Cabarrus will just trigger underneath their own bucket now. As looks like Ava Ibanez will head to the bench. Northwest Cabarrus has it. It's Burton up hot. High into the corner it goes Ochit. Ochit picks up her dribble, kicks it out. It's a three by Gonder. Wouldn't go. Fight for the rebound. Ochit secures it, goes up, gets fouled. And Mackenzie Ochit will be at the line, the leading scorer for Northwest Cabarrus, the senior. Averaging 19 points a game, will be at the line. Second foul whistled on Franklin. 4:09 to go, third quarter. First one, no good. One more at the stripe for Mackenzie Ochit. And she got it to go. 12-point edge for Northwest Cabarrus as we approach 4 minutes left. It's Riley Green that's going to call out the offense. Coach Justin Moffitt into the front court. She goes. Lifts the pass left side. Bristol Brooks finds Autry up top. She's going to drive in. Autry lost control, and then there's an immediate foul as I believe she fouled Ochid. Did Autry. That'll be the third whistled on Franklin. With 3:54 to go here in the third. If you just joined us, Northwest Cabarrus has led pretty much the entire way. Early on, Franklin had a lead, but it was 18-6 at one point. A three off the mark, top of the key for Skylar Burton. Panthers grab the rebound as Bailey Wooten secured it, feeding up court into the hands of Riley Green. Baseline jumper wouldn't go for Green. Got to get those shots to go when you're open. Lady Trojans going to back it out now, drain some clock. Mackenzie Gonder with it between the circles. We'll find Ochit. Back over to Gonder. Gonder now on the dribble inside the arc. Now going to dribble back out. Lost it briefly. Kicks it into the corner. Now underneath it goes to Cherry, fighting for position. Ava Jolie Cherry couldn't get it to go. Got her own rebound. And then she's going to be fouled on the way up. Or did she go over the back? Still waiting. It was a foul on Franklin. That'll be the fourth whistled on the Lady Panthers. Gonder with it. Gives it up to Cherry. Now they'll swing it around the horn. Left side. Burton. Three wouldn't go. Rebound. Ochid. She powers her way back to the bucket, and she's going to get fouled on the way. Shot was no good, but more shots at the free throw line for Mackenzie Ochid, the senior. For Coach Jermaine Spurwell and Northwest Cabarrus, the number 3 seed. First shot no good. Free throw line has not been her friend tonight in Mackenzie Ochid. South Piedmont Conference is where Northwest Cabarrus participates. They won that conference this year. Second one, up and good. Winner gets the winner of North Lincoln and West Rowan. 35-22, 2:45 left, third quarter. Panthers only scored 2 points in this third quarter. To the hole. Wouldn't go. Offensive rebound. And we've got a foul underneath as Bristol Brooks drove in. Couldn't get it to go. Bailey Wooten grabbed the rebound. Gave it up to Malia Mason. Mason was fouled, and she'll be at the line. They'll say she was in the act of shooting. Second whistled on Northwest Cabarrus, and that's Malia Mason will hit the first. Panthers over the limit at 5 fouls. The rest of the way, Northwest Cabarrus will be shooting. Second one up and good for Malia Mason. She hits both. Senior does. Cuts it to 11-point lead for Northwest Cabarrus. 2:30 left. Underneath. Would not go for Cherry. Point blank layup. She can't believe she missed it. It was knocked away and out of bounds. And they'll say last touch by Lady Panthers. So Northwest Cabarrus will reset. I don't think they even realized that was the case. Have to get Burton to head down and trigger. Does into Otchett. Otchett kicks it back over to Burton. She's going to dribble up top. 2:19 left. Pass going to be intercepted. Trying to feed it left side. Autry stepped into the lane and intercepted that pass. Bristol Brooks up high. Panther fans wanted a foul. I think they'll finally get it as Bristol Brooks was being pinballed up top. A couple of Lady Trojans. That'll be the third on Northwest Cabarrus. So no shot. She wasn't in the act of shooting. 2:04 to go. The Panthers have gone through huge droughts in this game, but still only an 11-point lead for Northwest Cabarrus. Still striking distance. 2:04 left, third quarter. Up high goes to Malia Mason. Mason lifts a pass into the corner through the legs and out of bounds. So Mackenzie Gonder brings it up across center jump circle now. She'll start directing traffic, calling out the offense. She'll drift right side towards the scorer's table and back it back out. Draining some more clock. Off of the ball screen. Gonder, free throw line. Lifts a pass underneath. Knocked away. Panthers cause a turnover. Riley Green gives it up. Top of the key. Bristol Brooks lifts a three. Wouldn't go. Offensive rebound. Bailey Wooten too far underneath. Hits the bottom of the backboard. And in the hands of Northwest Cabarrus. 1:22 to go, third quarter. Ava Ibanez driving. Ibanez kicks. Otchett driving around. Free throw line. Spinning. Shooting. Got fouled. And what do you know? It's Mackenzie Otchett back at the line. She's been there a lot here in this third quarter. Two opportunities with 71 seconds to go in the third quarter. First one up and good. Second one being in good. Nothing but net for that one. 37-24. As that clock ticks, we're down to 67 seconds. Riley Green feeds into the front court. Bristol Brooks. Brooks going to attempt a three. That one's off the mark. Franklin has not hit a three in a long time. They've had some open opportunities. Bristol Brooks going to dribble it off of her leg out of bounds. Still got a whole quarter to go, but tonight, shooting just not been there for the Panthers. Of course, it's a 3.5, 4-hour drive. To the hole goes Burton off the glass. And Northwest Cabarrus has their biggest lead of the night. Now some issues. Ball almost thrown away. Now in the corner goes Bristol Brooks. Was she able to fire it off of a Lady Trojan? No, she wasn't. It's out of bounds. Back over to Northwest Cabarrus. 23.1 seconds left. Fans that are here making some noise for Northwest Cabarrus. 20 seconds left as it starts to tick, and Otchett has to get it over to Burton into the front court. 13 seconds left. Now over to Ibanez, and Ibanez is going to be fouled. the far side of the court. And that'll send Ava Ibanez to the free throw line, the sophomore, for 2 shots. That's .8 left. First one, up and good. 40-24. 16-point lead. Panthers only have scored 4 points in this third quarter. Second one, good. And now Northwest Cabarrus flexing their muscle. 10 seconds left. Riley Green into the front court. Autry with 6 seconds left. Driving, threw it away. 2 seconds. And we'll do it. Fourth quarter coming up from Concord. Right after this.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
Welcome back. Cheerleaders entertaining the masses here at Northwest Cabarrus High School. Winner of this one will play Monday night against the winner of North Lincoln and West Rowan. 4 rounds, 6 days. We'll have some baseball action for you coming up on Tuesday. Yeah. It's baseball and softball season. The softball team lost last night at the season opener in extra innings, 11-6 to Tuscola to begin the year. Baseball won last Wednesday, the season opener against North Buncombe, 17-7, a football score in the baseball field. Northwest Cabarrus has the opening possession, and we've got a traveling violation going to be whistled on Carrie Gales. Franklin will have to get it inbounds in front of the scores table. 7:50 to go in this Sweet 16 matchup. Third round. 5A state playoffs. Finley Moffitt's checked back in. She's in the corner. Has it briefly. Finds Autry. Autry has some issues. Jumps out of bounds to save it and then tries to fire it off of a Lady Trojan, but she couldn't. Lady Trojans up and flexing their muscle. Panthers have not been able to get much going offensively. Only 4 points in that third quarter. Shot going to be blocked. Panthers now going to try to race up court, get something going. Bristol Brooks, fadeaway, wouldn't go. Bristol just has not been on tonight. She's been hitting some of those tough shots throughout the season, just have not fallen tonight. Northwest Cabarrus with it. They're going to drain some clock. Ibanez going to drive in, going to kick it out. It's Autry to 3. And wouldn't go. Autry grabbed the rebound. And some issues in the backcourt. And knocked away off of Mackenzie Otchett. She last touched it for Northwest Cabarrus. Franklin will have possession with 6:55 to go in the fourth. Got to get some buckets to fall. They want to get back into this one. Still a lot of time left, but not shown much signs of getting things going. That may help as Alyssa Autry able to drive baseline right side and get the running shot to go with 6:39 left in the fourth quarter. We've got a whistle and we've got a timeout. Looks like Coach Justin Moffitt going to talk things over for 30 seconds. We'll throw that schedule back up. A lot on there in the month of March and April. We've got baseball coming up on Tuesday, softball next Friday against Madison. As the season plays out, hopefully we'll be able to get all these ball games in. You know, with the rain and everything, just never know. But even split with softball and baseball, the way the season schedule worked out, we'll have 6 baseball and 6 softball games. 6:31 left, fourth quarter. Out of the timeout, it'll be Northwest Cabarrus basketball. It'll be Willoughby that will get it inbounds. She does to Gonder. Gonder being harassed by Riley Green as she gets it across that timeline. Gonder drives, swatted away. Finley Moffitt blocked that shot of Gonder as she was heading to the hole. Out of bounds, stays with Northwest Cabarrus. 5:30 to go in the fourth. And it goes to Otchett. Otchett got fouled as she drove in. And Mackenzie Otchett back at the line. She has camped out there. In fact, I believe she's receiving mail at the free throw line here in the second half. She's been there so much. She has secured a permanent residence at the charity stripe. We got some questions here for the officials, I think, as to which player the foul was on. They're not putting the fouls up on the scoreboard. And they're still discussing it. A lot of hollering, a lot of pointing. I don't really know what's happening here. We're still looking at the scores table. The officials are, and even Northwest Cabarrus players huddle for a brief moment. Now the lead official going to go over to the scores table and discuss something with both scorekeepers. Now looking to Coach Justin Moffitt. Now we're ready. I don't know what all that was. So some free throws for Mackenzie Otchett as Aubrey Newsom checks in for Coach Justin Moffitt. First one off the mark. Second one, good. Biggest lead of the night for Northwest Cabarrus. Panthers with it. Left side, a 3. Was it a 2? Right on the line, it was a 2-point. No, they're going to call it a 3. I believe that was Riley Green in the left corner. 6 minutes left. Another 3. This time Northwest Cabarrus going to answer from the corner of Benez. Bristol Brooks, some issues, gets it across that timeline. Over to Green, now left side it goes to Finley Moffitt, and she is going to be fouled in the paint. 5:41 left. First foul whistled so far against Northwest Cabarrus here in this fourth quarter. Free throws about to be attempted by Finley Moffitt. First one off the mark. Second one, good. Here come the Lady Trojans quickly down court. Gonder feeds out of bounds. She was on that low block. Looked to get it across on the right side on that left low block, and it was out of bounds. Here come the Panthers. Bristol Brooks in traffic, driving, lost it. Lady Trojans pick it up. Mackenzie Gonder. Center jump circle. Gets it knocked away. In the air. And going to be secured by the Panthers. Here comes Alyssa Autry. Autry to the hole. Wouldn't go. Fight for the rebound. It's Ava Ibanez. And Ibanez gets tied up deep in the corner. Knocked away. Stays with the Lady Trojans. Northwest Cabarrus. 5:01 to go in the fourth quarter. Gonder driving, gives it up. Ava Jolie Cherry gets the bucket to go. 47-28. Newsom feeding underneath, knocked away. And it's going to head out of bounds. I'll say last touch by Lady Panther. Back over to the Lady Trojans. Whistle here. Looks like another timeout going to be called. Looks like it will be a full timeout. So we'll take one with 4:37 left in the Sweet 16.
Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
Things not looking good for the Lady Panthers here in the third round. Last time the Panthers made it past the third round, Sweet 16, was a magical 2014 season where they made it to the regional final, lost to Bandies in double overtime. Haven't been past the third round since. Made it there in 2020, the 1920 season, February 2020, right before a world shutdown. We all have never recovered. Back to action out of the timeout. Burton with it. On the right side, going to pull up and lift a shot. Good. And now the biggest lead of the night, 20 points. Body's hitting the deck as that one is swatted out of bounds. Finley Moffitt and Cherry hit each other in the air. Finley Moffitt went down, so did Cherry. Shot was no good as it was blocked, but it did whistle a foul. And a couple of free throws for Finley Moffitt. First one good. Back of the iron with the second. Rebound. Lady Trojans. Here they come. As it's Ava Ibanez. Up top over now. Gonder. Gonder on the dribble. Top of the key. Gets it knocked away, and then they're going to whistle a foul. Aubrey Newsom, I believe, will pick it up. Or is that Hervey? Yeah, Hervey will pick it up. Kylan Hervey's checked in. She picks up her first. Second on Franklin. No shots. 4:06 left. Into the front court comes Ibanez. Ibanez swings it over. It's Achit up top. Her pass going to be knocked away and picked up. And then the Panthers turned it back over. Skylar Burton driving, pulling up. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound underneath Hervey. Check that, Newsom. And is it a jump ball? Yeah, jump ball possession arrow, Franklin. Bristol Brooks across that timeline. Gives it up. Back goes Brooks. Brooks fadeaway jumper, good. .326 left. Northwest Cabarrus into the front court. Knocked away from Mackenzie Gonder. It'll stay with Northwest Cabarrus. knocked away in the corner. It'll stay with Northwest Cabarrus as Ibanez secured it. Then it was slapped away from her by Riley Green. Inbounds is intercepted. Finley Moffitt picked off that pass into the front court. Come the Panthers. Now some issues. Bodies on the floor and a timeout called by Coach Justin Moffitt. 3:10 to go, fourth quarter. 49-32. Lady Panthers trail by a bunch. 30-second timeout. And if the Panthers cannot come back here, it's going to be a monumental comeback if they do. And they'll end the season with 17 wins. And then the question will be, who will be the coach next year? I've been told that they'll open up the head coaching position to fill Scott Hartbarger's head coaching position after he resigned on January 6th. Panthers will have it out of the timeout. Into the hands it goes to Autry. Autry going to dribble around right side. Give it up to Bristol Brooks. She lost it. On the floor now, we've got a couple of bodies. Bristol Brooks along with Mackenzie Gonder and a whistle. Jump ball, possession arrow, Northwest Cabarrus. 3 minutes, 1 second to go in the fourth. Panthers pick up in the backcourt, trying to cause a turnover. Need possessions at this point. Mackenzie Otchett feeds. And did she step out of bounds before she did, or was there a foul? Looks like it will be a foul. Going against the Panthers, that is the third on the Lady Panthers. No shots. Burton with it in the backcourt, gets it across that timeline. Guarded closely by Newsom. She's going to drive in, can't get it to go. Rebound, Bristol Brooks. Here come the Panthers. Across that timeline, Bristol pulls up a three. Got it. Bristol Brooks doing her part to keep the Panthers in it. We've got another timeout call. This time it is Northwest Cabarrus. Full timeout, yeah. It'll be a full timeout on the floor. We'll take one. Stay with us. Welcome back. Coach Tremaine Spurrill, or Northwest Cabarrus, wanted to talk it over. They'll have possession with the Lady Trojans out of the timeout. 2:33 to go in the fourth. And the Lady Trojans up 14. High pass into the hands. It goes Otchett. She's going to race up court, then get bumped. That'll be a foul on the Lady Panthers. Believe it'll be Bristol Brooks. Yeah, that'll pick it up. Fourth on the Lady Panthers. Got one more to give with 2:29 to go in the fourth. And it goes to Gales. Back over Otchett. Now it's a Bonez that'll drive in. Dish off the glass. Cherry left open. Issues near the free throw line, and now a whistle and a foul on Northwest Cabarrus. 2:10 to go, fourth quarter. Third on the Lady Trojans. Riley Green to get it in. Does to Bristol Brooks. Brooks now into the front court, lost it. And it stays with the Lady Panthers. And it goes. Finley Moffitt driving. And she's going to get fouled. So she'll be at the line for a couple. Exactly 2 minutes to go in this one. May become a free throw fest to end this one. Both teams have 4 fouls. After that one whistled on the Lady Trojans. 2 opportunities for Moffitt, the sophomore. Can't hit the first. Got a lot of returners for the Panthers. Second one off, no good next season. Leah Mason, the only senior in the lineup. Abanez, a 3. The Lady Trojans wouldn't go. Offensive rebound. Ava I think we lost our connection there for a bit. I think we're back. Minute 29 left. A couple of free throws. First one missed. Second one up and good. Free throw line, driving in. Finley Moffitt will get fouled. First opportunity to get the line for Moffitt, up and good. Second shot, up and good as well. Here come the Trojans. Ibanez going to kick it out. It's a 3 off the mark for Burton. Panthers grab the rebound. Bristol Brooks finds Autry. She drives, kicks. Finley Moffitt able to get position underneath, get the bucket to go. Down court, knocked away into the hands of the Panthers, and then out of bounds. I'll say last touch by the Lady Trojans, so the Panthers will have possession with 53 seconds remaining here in this ball game. Bristol Brooks, high pass over to Finley Moffitt, and she hits the deck. They whistled a foul? Yeah, they did. Foul on Northwest Cabarrus, both teams over the limit, so we'll have some more free throws for Finley Moffitt. First one up and good for Finley Moffitt. She'll get one more. And she got it to go. And we've got a whistle and another timeout going to be called by Coach Justin Moffitt. And that one's going to be a full timeout with 46.2 seconds remaining. We'll take a break as well. Stay with us. 46.2 seconds left. Most likely in the season for the Panthers, unless they could mount a 13-point comeback. Sweet 16 tonight. Elite 8 for Northwest Cabarrus. If they can hold on to this lead, that'll be on Monday night. The regionals this year are at Lenore Ryan. Panthers pick up in the backcourt. And it goes to Burton. She has some issues with it. Now we've got a tie-up or a foul. What do we have here? It's a tie-up. No, they're going to whistle a foul. So free throws. Oh, it's a foul on Northwest Cabarrus. So some free throw opportunities upcoming. Alyssa Autry. freshman at the charity stripe. And she gets the first to go. Both up and good. Just a 11-point advantage now, and now we got another whistle, another timeout. Is it going to be a 30-second timeout? I think that's all they have is 30-second timeouts. They're discussing it across the way. So we'll keep it here. 43.4 to go. Panthers have cut it to just an 11-point advantage. At one point it was 20. But you only got 43 seconds left. Very difficult. But not unheard of. Panthers pick up in the backcourt with some pressure. And it goes to Otchit. Otchit going to be immediately fouled. Heading down court, Otchit will be back at the line. The good news is Otchit not very good at the free throw line. But she has made camp there tonight. Just pulled up and made it her home. Free throw line. That was, I believe, the 5th foul on Bristol Brooks. Again, they're not putting fouls up. She just went over to the bench, yeah. Coming in for her will be Bailey Bryant. 2 free throw opportunities for Mackenzie Otchit. Hits the first. One more at the stripe. And it's up and good. Down court, shot off the mark, no good. Issues in the backcourt. Northwest Cabarrus got to break it. Down to 22 seconds. Gonder driving, draining some clock, gets double teamed underneath. And now a whistle and a timeout called by Jermaine Spruell. 14.9 seconds left. That'll be a 30-second timeout. Here are the brackets once again. Winner of this one plays Monday night. It's like it'll be Northwest Cabarrus. It'll be here. Unless West Rowan wins. They've got a 2 seed, so it could be at West Rowan. Unless North Lincoln wins. And we mentioned this earlier in the broadcast. North Lincoln had to forfeit a bunch of games. They had an inside track for a number 1 overall seed in the West, and they had to forfeit a bunch of games for playing with an ineligible player. That's why they have a low seed. So theoretically, they could win. That game may be already over. I'm not sure exactly why they started this game so late. A lot of games started earlier in the day, and now on the inbounds pass, we've got a whistle and some free throws coming up for Northwest Cabarrus. Cherokee played at 3 o'clock, I think. 1 or 3 this afternoon. First shot up and good by Ava Abanez, and she'll get one more. And she gets the second to go. Down court, Panthers with some issues. That may do it. They're just going to dribble it out. And the Lady Trojans are going to advance to the 4th round of the state playoffs. To the Elite Eight had the Northwest Cabarrus Lady Trojans. It's a final here. 58-43, and that's going to put a lid on the Lady Panthers 25-26 campaign. It ends at 17-13. Northwest Cabarrus, they had to 24, make that 25-4 overall, and a date in the Elite Eight. All right, that's going to wrap things up for our broadcast tonight. Appreciate you tuning into this audio-only broadcast. Hopefully we brought you the bird's eye view, the best that we know how to. We'll have baseball action for you coming up on Tuesday nights. We're all involved. I'm George Young. So long.